Hey everybody, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How's everything? How's everything? How's everybody doing tonight? Oh my goodness. My brothers and sisters, some news happened today. Well, actually no, yesterday, but I mean just to be able these past 24, 48 hours just been wild. It's been wild. And I said to myself, I was gonna do a video about it yesterday. I was like, nah, I think I need to go into a deeper dive to find out what in the world is going on. I guys, if you guys have been living under a rock, hopefully you haven't. You heard that some members of Fox has been sued by a hairstylist, and it during in the complaint or in that what she claims is like some almost freaknik stuff going on in Fox. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. This is crazy. I said to myself, I gotta break it down for you guys, and I want you guys to be a part of it. Yes, how you doing, Grammys? Yes, chaos, chaos, chaos. Yes, my brother. Yes, oh yes, chaos at Fox involving people that you probably would think like, wait a minute, wouldn't have thought that. But I know there was a lot of YouTubers, and shout out to the YouTubers who made videos about it. You know, they kind of focused on Joy Taylor, and I'm gonna get to it, guys, because it seems that she kind of been busting it open for a lot of guys on Fox, and it's crazy, it's crazy, but it's it's wild. You have a lawsuit involving Skip Bayless. Then you have with Joy Taylor, this guy named Mr. Dixon, giving away the you know what, and this lady who is the plaintiff named Noshin Faraji. And I was like, wow. I said, okay, this is kind of interesting because you see that like with 2024, it was the year where a lot of high profile men were being caught up and stuff like that. And it seems that it's spilling over into 2025, but it's also now we're seeing that it's involving a lot of women and stuff like that. Well, I wouldn't even say a lot of women, but Joy Taylor, she's a beautiful woman, and lots of men are saying that she kind of did her thing to get to where she is. But I mean, I kind of feel that it's crazy. Yes, Lady E Montana, greetings to you as well. Good night, good night, good night, everybody. If you come in, please like the video. I really really appreciate you guys. I really love you guys. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for you, the viewers at home or at work or in your car, wherever you are. If you're at work, turn me down a little bit because I don't want you to get caught by your boss and everything, and your boss just be like, "You're fired." No, I don't want you to get fired. So please, just like let's turn it down, or put your earpiece in, you know. But yes, well, Graham, is the reason why I waited was because I wanted to really dig deep into the lawsuit. I downloaded the lawsuit and everything. It's on Google. You could download it, and I wanted to also be able to pull up an article or a few articles. You know, uh, yes, grandmas, do not watch while driving. You can listen, but don't watch. All right, please, or pull over. You know, So I mean, I really appreciate that, grandmas. But yeah, so I felt that I wanted to see a couple of more articles and stuff, and I wanted to see if they were going to put out how this woman looks. Okay, that was one of the main things that I wanted to do and stuff like that. So now that I did have an article and I downloaded the full complaint and the lawsuit, I said, okay, you know what, let me get to it. Shout out to everyone coming in. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, let me tell you something, guys. I was pushed over 500 subscribers, and I'm so excited because I didn't think I would get to 500 so fast. I am so thankful. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If nobody told you that they appreciate you and love you today, I'm gonna tell you before I get into this, I love you, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kai, good evening, good evening, good evening. I really appreciate all you guys. I mean, it's been a long road, but to know that I have you guys, it's an amazing, it's amazing, amazing. So what I'm gonna do, without further ado, what I'm gonna do is before I break down the lawsuit, I want to get to a quick article that kind of discusses the situation here. It's wild, guys. It's wild. All right. So let me just pull up some stuff real quick, and let's get to it. All right. Who is Nushin Bajari, the hairstylist at center of blockbuster Fox Sports lawsuit involving Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor? This is crazy, guys. It's crazy. A bombshell lawsuit naming former Fox talent Skip Bayless and FS1 host Joy Taylor, in addition to a Fox executive and the network itself, was filed by hairstylist Nushin Faraji last week. Bayless, 73, is at the center of the series of shocking allegations made in the 42-page lawsuit with Fajari, who previously styled his hair on Undisputed, accusing the former host of using his position to sexually harass women and inappropriately touching her. That's wild. This is wild, guys. This is wild. Bajari also made further claims against Taylor and Fox Sport Executive Vice President of Content Charlie Dixon. Mr. Dixon. Okay. Taylor is alleged to have used sexual relationships with ex-NFL star co-host Emmanuel Akho and Dixon to further her career. Damn. If it's true, they're saying that she probably was busting it open. This is crazy. This is crazy. And hey, look, in private, it is what it is. Consenting adults, but you can't be using your power. And men, please, you got to understand this. Don't use your power against women. Let women be able to do their thing. They're beautiful and everything. I know you might want them, but let them be able to rise up on their own merit and their own hard work, so that they can be proud of themselves, and you can be proud of them. Help them when you can, and that's it. That's it. A spokesperson for Fox Sports told DailyMail.com, "We take these allegations seriously and have no further comment at this time, given this pending litigation." DailyMail.com has reached out to Taylor's foundation, Akho's representatives, and Fox for comment. Attorneys for Dixon and Taylor have not yet been provided to Los Angeles Superior Court. Here, DailyMail.com brings you all there is to know about Faraji. This is her right here. Okay, she's not a bad-looking woman. Okay, I can understand why the guys probably wanted to trick off. I can understand. And Joy Taylor too, beautiful woman. Oh my goodness, I would take her to Red Lobsters or Cracker Barrel, and I'll get her like the mama's breakfast and stuff like that, and she could get some mimosas if that's what she wants. I'm not gonna force that down her throat. Not like this guy, Mr. Dixon, what he tried to do. But I'm gonna get to it. Let's skip. And let's see, who is Nushin Faraji? Nushin Faraji is a 706 roster union hairstylist based in Los Angeles with extensive experience in television, film, and commercials. Faraji, a single mother, currently works for luxury hair salon Vito Esposito in the heart of Beverly Hills. So she's making good money. She's making good money in the heart of Beverly Hills. I've never been. Kai, have you ever been to Beverly Hills? Please tell me if you've been to Beverly Hills. Really appreciate it if you can put that in the chat. Okay. Around 2010, she was introduced to Gail Berman, the former president of entertainment for Fox Broadcasting Company, and Dana Walden, the former CEO of Fox Television Group, through a colleague at the salon she then worked for. Faraji began styling Berman and Walden's hair at their homes and on the premises of Fox. Okay. What was her role at Fox? Around 2012, Faraji was recommended by the network by a makeup stylist who would do makeup for Berman and Walden while Faraji styled their hair, according to her lawsuit. Fox then hired Faraji as a part-time employee before she was taken on full-time in 2016. In March 2016, Faraji met Joe Taylor and befriended her. In July of that year, Taylor was announced as the moderator of the network's new show, Undisputed, which starred Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Okay, Nightcap is doing pretty good. Shout out to him. Taylor requested that Faraji style her hair for the show before Bayless reportedly shortly followed suit. During her time at Fox, Faraji also worked on multiple of the network's other shows, including The Herd with Colin Coward, Fox Soccer Daily, Fox Sport Live, Update News, and NFL Sunday. Okay, all right. This is Joy Taylor. Now, guys, she's not related to me now. Okay, she's not related to me. Just because we got to share the last name, she's not related to me. So no, don't. But I mean, she's a good-looking woman. She's a very good-looking woman. I would take her to Cracker Barrel. I really would. Okay, and there's Skip and Sharp. Okay, other experience. Faraji started out as the hairstylist at Jose Ibarra Hair Salon, described in her lawsuit as a sophisticated catering for high-profile clients. Of course, Beverly Hills should be making good money. In 2006, it was through a co-worker at Jose Ibarra that Faraji appears to have been introduced to Berman and Walden. Her online resume also lists Faraji also as having worked in Juan in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles area from 2003 to 2006 before moving to Jose Ibarra. Faraji also worked on a number of high-profile projects, including multiple commercials for brands such as L'Oreal, Old Navy, Ford, American Idol, and Orbit Gum. Orbit Gum, pretty good gum. When it has taste. After the taste is gone, just throw it out. She additionally applied her craft on the set of Oscar-nominated La La Land, starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, and musician CeeLo Green, Forget You music video. Okay, all right, that's what's up. Her Instagram profile also boosts her extensive portfolio of famous clientele, including sports presenter Kate Abdo and Australian Olympian Jessica Hull. Okay, what are her allegations? Faraji named FS1 host Joy Taylor, Network executive Charlie Dixon, former FS1 host Skip Bayless, and the Fox Corporation, a lawsuit in Los Angeles on January 3rd. Okay, I'm going to get to the 42-page lawsuit. I just want to read through this and want to see. Okay, I made a series of stunning allegations, first reported by Front Office Sports. Bayless was accused of offering her $1.5 million to have sex with her and gave her lingering hugs and kisses. $1.5 million? Is this man crazy? It's like, what? Like, first of all, like, what? Like, nah, man, nah. No. Okay, but I mean, hey, if you want to trick off like that, okay. All right. I'm gonna read a little bit more and I'm gonna get to the meat and potatoes of that lawsuit. Okay. Bayless, who has been married to Ernestine Scafani since 2016, left Fox in August 2024 after 8 years at the network. I wonder if this was probably one of the reasons why he left. Who knows? Maybe for more money, but you never know. It seems like the two guys, I guess Joy Taylor had a relationship with this guy here and possibly this guy. I'll be honest with you. He kind of looked like a guy that will, buy lots of drinks, spend lots of money because he have it. And, hey, whatever. All right. So this is what I'm going to do, guys. What I'll do, as I was reading this, I wanted to go to some of the comments because some of the comments is ridiculous. I'm going to get to some of the comments. This is kind of funny. And then I'm going to go to the lawsuit. This guy, Polo Stamp Indigo, says, take the fake lashes off, the hair extensions, and 10 pounds of makeup. $1.5 million. She looks no different than any Walmart customer. No one is offering to pay her that crazy amount. Some guys don't seem to understand that men, when they see a beautiful woman that they want and they got it like that, they will trick off. They will trick off. Uncle Jeff Bezos, he married his wife, and when he divorced his ex-wife, he said, here's billions of dollars. Why? I mean, because she helped him out build Amazon and stuff like that. Right. But still, men will do that. Okay. Here's another one. She's claiming her 15 minutes Based on her imagination, I'd call her a shakedown artist wanting a payday. Oh boy. Okay. I mean, maybe she do. Maybe she do, or maybe this actually happened. We don't know. We don't know. We weren't there. Okay. Something fishy is going on here. We will soon find out. She worked for 12 years and never did anything. Why now? A hairstylist that got these high profile jobs because of her talent. There's, I mean, I guess he's trying to say 10,000, but he put the comma, this person put the comma wrong. But it is what it is. I guess there been 10,000 of qualified hairstylists. Why her? Okay, I'm gonna read one more, and then we're gonna get to the lawsuit. Who is silly enough to believe that someone offered her over $1 million for sex? She has zero business being involved in these people's lives and thinking she can earn a payday just telling office gossip. They need to shame her out of the courtroom. Who cares if what she is saying is true? What? No. She is a hairstylist, and that's the only job she needs to worry about. She dropped other names to give herself credibility and, in the process, ruined people's lives. I mean, look, we don't know what happened. It could be a big freaknik going on Fox. We don't know. All right. The way things are going, and when I get to the lawsuit, you're gonna be like, okay. So, but this is what some of these people are thinking. My brothers and sisters, what do you think? I kind of feel that this is just crazy. I do think that something probably fishy went on, but if it went on in like a corporate setting and people, consenting adults, and they agreed to it, I mean, I feel that, hey, but if they did do something wrong, like pressed her for it and she said no, that's where it draws the line, because she put that boundary in. And if these guys, kept pushing that boundary, then yeah, if they made her uncomfortable at her job, especially if they fired her for it, then you have to understand that this would happen. So I'm gonna get to some of the comments real quick. Let's see. Come to Bible. Thank you for joining. Come to Bible says women coming women. I guess it meant women coming out years after the so-called fact is hard to believe. There are women who use their sex appeal to get to the top. So I'm not buying this story as a woman. I agree. I agree. Women have done that. Shoot, men have done it. Okay, men who flow that way, and it was that guy, Abercrombie and Finch. I think that's the company. He was into some stuff. I made a video about it a while back, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Grand Miss says, and Trump just went through a similar issue, and look how that turned out. Yeah, he got sued, and he had to settle. Okay, a lot of powerful men. This is why I tell guys, I guess for me, I'm a minimalist and stuff, and I hope that I can become monetized and really bring you guys some really good, great content, continue to bring you guys great content. But if I ever was to make great money, I would still be the same, because I understand how to manage money. I understand that money isn't everything. It's being able to create quality relationships with your family, with friends, with significant others, and all that stuff. That's what's important, because money comes and goes, and you can't take it when you go to the upper room. Hopefully, you go to the upper room. Some people out here is going to go to the lower room, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. That's beside the point. Uh, see, come to Bible. Come back to Bible says, again, every woman is not to be believed, period, especially when they come out years later. I definitely don't believe Skip offered 1.5 million for Fox. I've heard more crazier stories. I've heard crazier stories, and you never know. We weren't there, and of course, gonna kind of what's the word, embellish, kind of lie a little bit just to make it seem like crazy. But hey, a lawyer picked this up. So they must have felt that this was somewhat serious. They must have felt that. Okay. Grand Miss says, I wonder if there really should be a limitation of time frame when stuff happens. Much keeps coming forward after upwards to 30 years, etc. It really depends on the situation, of course. Yeah, it depends on the situation, in my opinion. It depends on the situation. And of course, like I said, lawyers are just in it for a payday, and they are. Well, I don't know. Do they still call lawyers ambulance chasers? Because I remember when I was a kid, that's what that's what that's what they used to call them, ambulance chasers. I don't know if they still call them that, guys. If they do, and tell me in the chat if they do, if they call them that. We'll see what happens. Okay. Here's come back to Bible again, brother Kill. You don't seem to understand that there are women who sleep their way to the top. It happens all the time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I know, I know. I've seen it when I was a bus driver. All right, I've seen it. And I was like, dang, yo, how she getting 80 hours a week, but she only working like 32? What's going on? I knew what's going on. I knew it, but I'm not gonna, knock anybody hustle. I'm gonna say, hey, I guess I'm gonna have to, beg and plead for extra route. And sometimes I got it, but there was a lot of favoritism too, and it'd be like that as well in organization, be favoritism and stuff. But it is what it is. That's what happens. All right. So what I'm gonna do, my brothers and sisters, really appreciate you guys. I am going to get to this lawsuit and we're going to dissect it together. All right. This lawsuit was filed in Superior Court of the State of California, County of Los Angeles. Okay. All right. All right. So it is filed by Nushin Faraji individually and on behalf of others similarly situated. Plaintiff versus the Fox Corporation, Fox Sports Holding, Delaware Limited Liability Company. Okay, they do that in Delaware so that they don't gotta pay much taxes. Okay, Fox Sports, Fox Sports 2, Fox Sports. She is naming the name. She got a whole bunch of people here, and those are the defendants. But this is the complaint. This is the class action complaint. Failure to pay minimum wages, failure to pay overtime wages, failure to reimburse business expenses, failure to pay all wages upon separation, failure to furnish accurate itemized wage statements, unlawful, unfair, unlawful, or fraudulent business practices. Wow. Here's the individual complaint: sexual battery, hostile work environment for sex, gender, race, and national origin. Okay, hostile work environment for disability, failure to prevent harassment, negligent supervision, hiring and retention, retaliation, wrongful termination. Wow, she going in. And here's something that's wow. She's demanding a jury trial. Why is that? Normally they would probably want to like settle out of court. She's like, no, forget about it. We're not looking to settle. We demand a jury trial. So it could be that she got evidence. Could be. All right. So let me see. Come down to plaintiff, Nasheen Faraji, individual. Okay, let me that's telling me what's going on. But all right, let me read the summary of action. And guys, let me know in the chat that you guys can see it clearly, or if you want me to make it larger. Let me know if it's good. All right, let me know in the chat. I really appreciate you guys. Ms. Faraji brings forth this action because for over a decade at Fox, she was forced to endure a misogynistic, racist, and ableist workplace where executives and talents were allowed to physically and verbally abuse workers with impunity. When Ms. Faraji and others came forward to report the wrongdoing, instead of addressing their concerns, Fox retaliated against them while the perpetrators and those who protected them were inexplicably promoted. Wow. This case thus represents yet another in a long line of cases. Sorry, I butchered that word. Chronicling, oh God. Chronicling, I'm sorry if I butchered that word. My apologies, guys. Okay. The toxic culture at Fox marked by bad faith promises and repeated failures to address a poisonous and entrenched patriarchy. There's that word, patriarchy. Okay. Ms. Faraji also brings forth an action on behalf of herself and Fox's current and former non exempt hourly employees employed in California, beginning 4 years prior to the filing of this complaint and ending on the date as determined by the court, the class period. Specifically, during the class period, Fox had a consistent policy and or practice of one, failing to pay employees all minimum wages, failing to pay employees all overtime wages, failing to reimburse employees for business expenses, failing to pay all wages upon separation, and knowingly and intentionally failing to furnish accurate itemized wage statements. That's crazy if they did all that. As a result of the above labor code violations, Fox committed unfair, unlawful, and fraudulent business practices in violation of California's unfair competition law. Wow. All right, let's see. Should work. Okay. Venue is proper because Ms. Faraji was hired to work out of and did work out of Los Angeles. In addition to each of the action arises from California state law and substantial number of the events giving rise to this lawsuit took place in Los Angeles. Okay, so it took place in Los Angeles. All right, that's crazy. All right, perfect, good. So you guys can see it. Good, excellent, 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 perfect, perfect, perfect. Wow. Wow, I would not have thought that if this is true, like this is crazy. Why skip out on paying? That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna try to condense it, and so I can get to nitty gritty. So she worked at Fox. She was part time from 2012 to 2016, and she went on a full time basis for 8 years, 2016 to August 2024. Hold up, August 2024. Isn't that when Skip Bayless left? Hmm. It's some coincidence here. Is it a coincidence? I wonder. Okay. Okay. It talks about Fox being Delaware Corporation. Goodness gracious. Fox reported a revenue of $13.98 billion. That's crazy. And a net income of $1.554 billion for the year ending in June 30th, 2024. Wow. Okay, well, let's see this defendant here, this Charlie Dixon. Defendant Charlie Dixon is the executive vice president of content for FS1, Fox's flagship multi-sport national network, overseeing all content and production on the network. Mr. Dixon was, in July 16, the very first significant hiring of former Fox Sports president Jamie Horowitz. Mr. Horowitz, who was terminated from Fox due to reports of sexual harassment. Whoa, okay, hold on now. I must have breezed through this. So this guy, Mr. Horowitz, he was terminated for this. So it is a history of some little freaky deaky stuff going on there. This is crazy. This is wild. This is wild. This is wow. All right. At all relevant times, Mr. Dixon was an agent of Fox and had authority to make decisions impacting Ms. Faraji's employment. Upon information and belief, Mr. Dixon is a resident of the state of California. Wow. Okay. Defendant Skip Bayless is a sport comments. We already know that about Skip. Okay. Wow. So, dang, Bayless was making money. He signed a 4-year contract worth $32 million in 2021. Wow, that's crazy. All right. Let me continue going. Here they're talking about Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor is a media personality and television host for Fox. She co-hosts the show Speak on FX1. At all relevant times, Ms. Taylor was the agent of Fox and had authority to make decisions impacting Ms. Faraji's employment. Upon information and belief, Ms. Taylor is a resident of state. So, wow, this happened in Cali. Wow, okay. Kyrie, your state is going through it tonight. These past few days is going through it. From the from the ladies wanting to skip not paying for their nails, and now we got this. It's crazy. It's crazy. Grandmiss, come on. Come on now. I wish they could spare more than that. I would shoot. I would work. I would work for Fox News. I would. I probably wouldn't be super conservative and stuff like that because I don't believe in that. I'm an independent, but I'll work for Uncle Fox. I will. I have no problem with that. Shoot, you know. Yeah, but you're right. You're right. Criminals indeed, for real, for real. But let's get back to it. All right. So while not currently named as defendants, her and Mark Silverman, president and COO of Fox Sports, and Eric Shank, CEO and executive producer of Fox Sports, may become named. Wow, they're gonna be adding people. Could this be bigger than Diddy? No, I don't think so. I think they're gonna quickly settle. But let's see if they do. We'll see. Let's keep going. Let me go down. Okay, so it says here, Ms. Raji is ignorant of their true names, capacities, relationships, and extent of participation in the conduct herein alleged of the defendants sued herein, as does 1 to 25, but is informed and believes and thereon alleges that said defendants are legally responsible for the wrongful conduct alleged herein, and therefore sues these defendants by such fictitious names. Ms. Faraji will amend this complaint to allege the true names and capacities of the DOE defendants when ascertained. Okay, so we know from the article we read, we know that she started to, work at these hair salons and stuff. But I want to get to some of these crazy allegations from her. Let's see when she talked about. Okay, so here we go. Is part 16B. Mr. Dixon gives Ms. Taylor undisputed as a reward for having sex with him. Guys, this is crazy. If this is true, this is just alleged. She's alleging this, but we don't know. Okay, we don't know, because some people are saying a lot of things that that happen, and they are saying that this is like some Freaknik type stuff. But let's get to it. In approximately March 2016, Ms. Faraji met Ms. Taylor, an aspiring sports personality that had recently moved from Miami to Los Angeles for the opportunity of airtime at Fox. At the time, Ms. Taylor did not have a regular position and would fill in on a day-to-day basis when talent was sick or otherwise missed time. Ms. Taylor told Ms. Faraji that she was recently wed, but her husband remained in Miami and that she was lonely in Los Angeles. Okay. Ms. Taylor then befriended Ms. Faraji. In approximately May 2016, Ms. Taylor asked Ms. Faraji to meet for a drink in Santa Monica. When Ms. Faraji arrived, she found Ms. Taylor with an older man, Fox Sports Executive Vice President of Content, Mr. Dixon. As Executive Vice President, Mr. Dixon is responsible for overseeing all content and production on Fox S1 on FS1. Ms. Faraji, however, did not know Mr. Dixon. When Mr. Dixon went to buy them another round of spicy margaritas, Ms. Faraji asked who he was. Ms. Faraji asked who he was. Ms. Taylor responded that he was just a friend. Just a friend? Okay, all right. Sometimes when y'all ladies tell y'all man or something, oh, he's just a friend, makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Following that night, whenever Ms. Faraji would meet with Ms. Taylor for drinks or food, Mr. Dixon would either arrive with Ms. Taylor or show up later in the night and leave with Ms. Taylor. What's going on? What is going on? If y'all leave, y'all are either arriving together or maybe y'all arrive separate, but then y'all leave together. He would always buy rounds of drinks and or food. From their body language, Ms. Faraji suspected that the pair were sleeping with each other. And although this concerned Ms. Faraji, as she knew Ms. Taylor was recently married, Ms. Faraji kept her opinions to herself until now. In approximately June 2016, while at work, Ms. Faraji noticed Mr. Dixon in the elevator. Surprised by the coincidence, Ms. Faraji found Ms. Taylor and told her excitedly, "The guy who always buys our drinks is in the elevator." Ms. Taylor quickly silenced Ms. Faraji, explaining who he was. Ms. Faraji became alarmed and warned Ms. Taylor that such a relationship was unsafe. Miss Taylor told her not to worry about it. Miss Roger continued to be friends with Miss Taylor, but tried to distance herself as she considered the situation dangerous as well as morally wrong, as Miss Taylor and Mr. Dixon were both married. So both committing adultery. Ooh, all right. I mean, hey, listen, they're adults, whatever. That's what they want to do. How do you guys feel about it? Let me get the chat real quick and see how you guys feel about it. You know, oh yeah. You're right, Grand Miss. Who remembers this much detail? Listen, for money, oh yeah, they will remember. For money, they will. You know, oh yes. Okay, let's see. In approximately July 2016, word spread among Fox employees about a new show that was going to be a big deal, and it would star Mr. Bayless and Shannon Sharp. It was known that Fox was looking for a woman with significant TV experience to also star. Therefore, it came to surprise when Fox announced that Miss Taylor, who was a bartender and radio host in Miami with very little TV experience, would be the moderator of the new show, a sports debate program, Skip and Shannon Undisputed. So if people there was like, yo, hold up, how she, she got a little radio host experience, whatever, but like what? You know what? Mr. Bayless later disclosed to Miss Faraji that he did not want Miss Taylor on the show, but Mr. Dixon was adamant that Miss Taylor should star. Why is that? Was she busting it open for Mr. Dixon? And he was like, listen, I'm gonna do whatever I can for you, baby girl. I love you. I care about you. I'm gonna make sure you a star. And if he did, okay, fine. If he, and I feel that men should take care of women who are, busting it open for them. I feel that way. But like if she's doing that and getting her way up, it's gonna look bad, especially when things like this come out. Okay. Right, let's see. At first, Mr. Dixon arranged a dinner between Mr. Bayless and Miss Taylor, where she arrived in provocative clothing and acted in a provocative manner. Wow. When that did not change Mr. Bayless' opinion of Miss Taylor, Mr. Dixon asked him to approve of her as a favor to him. Reluctantly, Mr. Bayless agreed to do so as a favor to his friend. I mean, listen, Joy Taylor is a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman. I can imagine how she was looking in 2016. She's beautiful now. I can imagine then. Okay. Around August 2016, Ms. Faraji attended a dinner with Ms. Taylor and her husband, and Mr. Dixon and his wife. During the dinner, Ms. Taylor's husband became suspicious that Ms. Taylor and Mr. Dixon were having a sexual relationship. Okay. Wow. Soon after the dinner, Ms. Taylor's husband found evidence of their inappropriate relationship and divorced Ms. Taylor. Dang. So what he probably did was he was looking at them. He was like, because us men, we're not stupid. We may act slow, but you show us things enough time, we're gonna figure it out. So he probably was looking. He was like, okay, I got something. Got a little bit too handsy, too laughing, hee-hee-hieing and stuff. And he probably waited. He probably went home. And you know how some people are, you got the phone, and then with these new phones, you got the fingerprint and stuff like that. Y'all get caught. Okay, that's how y'all get caught. And she probably was snoring because she probably busted open for Mr. Dixon before they met up and stuff like that. And she's probably, hurt you. She's sleeping and everything. And her husband just snuck up, got the phone, put it just like that, and just went through everything. Screenshot it, sent it to himself, and was just looking at her like, ain't this a bee? And so now she's divorced, and that's how it is. Oh yes. Yeah, Grand Miss. I wonder where or what the ex-husband thinks of all this. He probably, of course, he knew if he divorced her, he knew what was going on. They may call him as a witness. You never know, because if it's going to be a jury trial, they're going to call witnesses. So he might just be one of the witnesses that they call. Okay? Let's get back to it. In approximately September 2016, Undisputed started. Miss Taylor requested Miss Faraji to do her hair. In approximately November 2016, after not allowing anyone to touch his hair, Mr. Bayless also requested Miss Faraji to do his hair. Mr. Dixon, goodness gracious. Mr. Dixon gropes Miss Faraji after putting her on Undisputed. That's crazy. What is going on with these old guys? Come on, man. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to do all that. On July 14, 2017, Miss Taylor had her birthday party at Pearl's rooftop in West Hollywood. Miss Faraji and other Fox employees who were invited attended, as it was part of their job duties to appease talent, and a birthday party is an important event. As usual, Mr. Dixon was heavily drinking, buying drinks for everyone on a Fox credit card, and blustering that everything purchased was on Fox dime. It was like, look, even though Fox likes to portray itself as this like conservative corporation who cares about Uncle Trump and the Republicans and the conservatives, we like to have a freaknik over here, and we like to have women who want to bust it open. That's what this guy is saying. Okay, because if he's tricking off on Fox's dime, this is what happens. And you know what? Hey, I don't mind. This is the thing that goes on. As Miss Faraji was standing in the bar facing the crowd, Mr. Dixon approached her. Mr. Dixon seems like a dang on like pervert, but let's get to it. He asked the bartender for a drink and then placed his arm on Miss Faraji's lower back. Pervert. He asked how she was doing, if she was having fun, and if she wanted a tequila shot. Miss Faraji felt very uncomfortable by his unsolicited touching and responded, "No, thank you." Mr. Dixon then moved his hand lower. This guy's crazy. And started rubbing her body and grabbing her buttocks. Miss Faraji was mortified, but quickly thought to fake an incoming call to escape the situation. Listen, this is crazy that she remember all this. Okay, this is crazy. Why didn't she say anything from before? But we don't know. We don't know. Miss Faraji did not know who to turn to, but she knew Miss Taylor was sleeping with Mr. Dixon. She turned to her. Surprisingly, Miss Taylor responded to get over it and explained that she herself only had her job because of Mr. Dixon, and that Miss Faraji only had her job because Miss Taylor requested her. She warned that Mr. Dixon could take both away. If this is all true, it's just a legend now. And allegedly, Mr. Dixon is a powerful man, and there's men who use their power to just either create good or create harm. This is wild. This is wild. Okay. Let's see. Miss Faraji was terrified and then turned to her co-worker Anonymous to discuss the situation. Anonymous responded that Mr. Dixon was disgusting, that the entire situation was sick, but that it wasn't shocking given Fox's culture, and that Ms. Faraji should remain quiet if she wanted to keep her job. As a single mother who needed the job to support her son, Ms. Faraji had no choice but to remain silent. Wow. So as I said, Fox's culture is could be, I don't know, because this is alleged, could be a culture of freaknik stuff and trying to seduce or entice or get women drunk to do things. It's wild. And I don't, like I said, I don't really know if this is true, but if someone put out a lawsuit and they want a jury trial, that means that either they have evidence and they want to put it out there so people know. Man, this is wild. This is wild. Okay, 7 years later, in 2023, Ms. Peretti told Ms. Faraji that she did not like her or anything about Undisputed. Ms. Peretti expanded that she had already scheduled someone to do her hair on Undisputed when Mr. Dixon called her and told her that she must put Ms. Faraji on Undisputed full time. Ms. Peretti told Ms. Faraji, "I didn't like that. That's not how things should be done. Ms. Faraji was stunned and devastated as she prides herself on her work and earning her accolades. Later that day, while thinking about her career, she was angry that Ms. Peretti succumbed to Mr. Dixon's request, as it gave Mr. Dixon the feeling that he could grope her for giving her a job. Wow. This is deep. This is a long complaint, long, long class action lawsuit, 42 pages. I doubt I'll be able to get through it all tonight, but I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear, what do you guys think about this situation? Like, do you think that she's telling the truth? Do you feel that she's lying? Do you feel that she's fabricating all this? Do you feel that Fox has a culture of this craziness going on? I mean, they did fire one of the Fox head honchos for sexual harassment. So, want to know what you guys think. Really want to know what you guys think. Okay. It's Grand Miss. He says here that people just figure money talks. Kind of sad. That is true. Yeah, that is true. You say here that there's no way I could remember this much detail years later. Yeah, listen, if when it comes down to it, there's certain things that you can recount and think about things that happen, but in this much detail, like that this is crazy. This is crazy. But it has to be, she has to make sure that she had something to discuss while bringing it to court. Okay. And yeah, you're right. We'll never know the truth fully somehow. That's why I guess she wants to go to a jury trial. You want to go to a jury trial so that they can figure out the truth. All right. Let's see. Let me go ahead and talk about here. This is part D. Mr. Dixon gets rid of a female talent member for refusing to have sex with him. All right, hold on, let me pull this up real quick. All right. Several years into Ms. Faraji's tenure at Fox, a female talent member, Anonymous, hired Ms. Faraji to do her hair at her house for an award show. Anonymous asked that Ms. Faraji meet her for lunch first. There, Anonymous told Ms. Faraji that she would no longer be with Fox, as Mr. Dixon told her that she would need to have sex with him if she wanted to renew her contract. But she had refused. Anonymous further conveyed that, one, Mr. Dixon was doing this to other women talent. Two, she should warn Ms. Taylor to be careful. And three, a talk show host had recently reported Mr. Dixon. Wow. Following the lunch, Ms. Faraji called Ms. Taylor to convey what Anonymous had stated. Ms. Taylor responded that no one gives a F about Anonymous or the talk show host who had reported Mr. Dixon. Wow. If this is true, this is crazy. Ms. Faraji later observed that Ms. Taylor's remark appeared accurate, as no actions were taken to address the concerns raised. If it was not already apparent, it became even more clear that Fox enabled high-ranking individuals to abuse their authority, exerting undue control over female talent and employees. That's crazy. I mean, they did fire that guy for sexual harassment, but that's the only person that I heard. But this is wild, guys. This is wild. What do you guys really think about it? Like, it's just, it's crazy. It is. You are so right. You're so right. So much corruption everywhere. All money. Yes, all money. It's wild. It's wild. And it's very, very sad. And like you say here, police, music, TV corporations, other companies, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, it's crazy, the amount of corruption, the amount of men who kind of feel that they could just take advantage of women and stuff like that, or try to take advantage of men, because there are men who feel that just because they got power they can do that. Now I don't agree with that at all. I do not agree with it at all. It's just crazy. Let me get a little bit to drink. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, goodness gracious. Fair permeated the workplace as stories of mistreatment circulated. As one example, Mr. Dixon deliberately assigned a female talent member who had been harassed and reported it to a show set up to fail. When the show inevitably failed due to his sabotage, he used his failure as justification to terminate her employment. In another instance, a co-worker who frequently cried in the hallway due to relentless sexual harassment was fired just 1 week after reporting it. These repeated incidents reinforced an atmosphere where speaking up seemed futile and dangerous. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. If these women reported it, it has to be filed. It has to go through a chain of command. All right. So if that is true, this is one of the reasons why she wants a jury trial, because all that will have to be brought up with as evidence. So, as I said, if this is true, they got a lot of explaining to do. It's gonna be big. Like I said, if these allegations is true, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be very, very big. I really feel that like 2025 to me is going to be the year to thrive, but it's also going to be the year of accountability as well. Some people are just going to have to be accountable for the things that they have continued to do. Okay, one-off mistake or something like that. Okay, that's understandable, but to continue to do this, to continue to press her, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. This is crazy. Let me just put something in the chat. Thank you all for. Oh God, this is crazy. All right, so let's get to this part right here, and then what I'm gonna do is I want to give about 30 minutes, possibly an hour, to everybody, and anything that you guys want to talk about, we can talk about it. So I want to give you guys that time, like I always do. All right. Mr. Bayless begins to give Miss Raji lingering hugs and kisses on the cheek while putting his body against hers and pressing against her breast. Wow. After the reporting by the talk show host fell on deaf ears, Mr. Bayless began requesting that Miss Raji give him a haircut once a week in the makeup room. Miss Raji did as she was told, as Miss Peretti required Miss Raji to give haircuts to talent. Initially, during the haircut, Mr. Bayless will discuss his life, his work at Fox, and other curious matters. Okay. Innocuous matters, I guess. Help me with that word, guys. You can. However, soon after the weekly haircut started, Mr. Bayless began finding excuses to touch Miss Raji. He would give her lingering hugs after each haircut, putting his body against her own, pressing against her breast. He then began to kiss her on the cheeks. Miss Raji was uncomfortable by the physical contact and would make excuses to leave right after the haircuts. IG, I need to pick up my son from school. Wow. In approximately summer 2017, while Miss Raji was giving Mr. Bayless a haircut, he told her that she was voluptuous. She is. Can't lie about that. We can all see, as English is her second language, she was not familiar with the word. Miss Raji asked what that meant. Mr. Bayless seemed amused and told her to figure it out. Oh gosh. Miss Raji later asked the co-worker what the word meant and was mortified. Mr. Bayless then started being more aggressive and direct in his advances. Ms. Raji continuously declined, saying that she did not date at work as she is a single mom and needed her job. Okay, yeah, never crap where you eat, guys. That's good. Ms. Raji was terrified and then turned to her coworker to discuss the situation. The two decided that because Mr. Bayless was a powerful man and Fox protected powerful men, e.g., Mr. Dixon's actions were openly known but ignored, it would only be to her detriment to report the issue. The two decided that Ms. Raji needed to be kind towards Mr. Bayless or risk her job. As a single mother who relied on her job to support her son, Ms. Raji felt that she had no choice. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Grand Miss, say that if it's on file back in just 2023, the records definitely shouldn't be destroyed. Wiped. Yeah, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. I totally agree. But I think that, as I said, with her wanting this to go or demanding for this to go to a jury trial is it shows something. It shows something, and I feel that this is wild. This is wild. Kyrie, what do you think? This is going on in your home state. How do you feel about this? It's like, California's been being put on the map for things that, of course, it's don't want, but I wonder what your governor, what's his name, Newsom, Gary Newsom, I think his name is. I wonder what he has to say about this. Or maybe he's not going to say anything. It's like, listen, this is a private issue. It's on them. But this is crazy. It really, really is. I feel that it's so much of these things that's going on, and you know, this is crazy. He said Newsom is busy, too busy passing 50 million new laws to care. And then he got the homeless issue and migrant issue and stuff like that. Got a lot of issues there out there in California that he needs to figure out. Plus, with Uncle Trump coming in, it's crazy. Kai says here, California is all about who's at the top of the food chain. The games are cutthroat. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. And you know what? In my opinion, that's somewhat how it is in New York, but I wouldn't say most of the time, but yeah, I would agree with you on that. I would agree with you because you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, Grand Miss, you're right. Okay, technically, hasn't it always been like that throughout history? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. And this is why, I mean, the one thing I love about living in America is that at least we have the illusion of choice. you know, we could at least choose our elected officials, and we can kind of, instead of having like a riot or get pitchforks and fire and torches and stuff to burn down these people's homes, we can be like, hey, listen, if you're not going to do what we want you to do, we're going to vote you out. I mean, I believe, what was it? Either San Francisco or one of the cities there in California, they fired the mayor, and they got a new mayor there. I'm not sure if it was San Francisco or something, or if it was LA. I'm not 100% sure which one of them fired that mayor and stuff like that. I think it was a female mayor and everything, and they got rid of her. But that's how it is. That's how it is, and it's sad, but we see a lot of it going on. But guys, it's a very long read. I read pretty much up to this part. Like I said, I was gonna make a video about it, but I figured that the video would be too long. So I said I'll just make a live, and you guys come on and you give me your thoughts. You tell me your thoughts, how you feel about it, and stuff like that. And we go forward. Is there anything before we go to the side of the show where I allow you guys to lead and we guys can talk about anything that you want to talk about? Is there anything that you feel about this article or about the lawsuit, and even about the article that I read? Do you feel like, after I read about up to this part here, do you feel that she is telling the truth? Do you feel that she is kind of lying? Or do you feel that do you feel that Fox is like a chaotic place to work? Do you feel that the guys there, or the girl, the men and women there, is some big freaknik? Tell me, I want to know. Tell me how you feel about it. So before we go into the next part of our show for the next 30 minutes or so, how do you guys feel? Yeah, well, yes, Grandman, it's definitely hard to say. So much time passed. There's a lot of detail in the lawsuit to unpack. Yeah, there's a lot of detail to unpack. I did not want to just uh, like focus on one person. I know, like I said, a lot some YouTubers have just focused on Joy Taylor and stuff like that, but I wanted to really uh, give, Miss what's her name, Miss Faraji. I wanted to allow people to kind of understand, what she's talking about, and also for you guys to know how she looks and stuff, because this is crazy. It really, really is, crazy. It's sick in my opinion. Yes, Kyrie, I feel that all of them are wrong. I do. I do. It's 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 just crazy. It's just crazy. But it's very sad. It's very, very sad. I'm trying to really figure out, like, why these guys felt the need to have to do that. But hey, men with power, they feel that they feel they can do what they want to do, and it's quite sad. It really, really is sad. Really, really is sad. All right, well, guys, we are at 1 hour mark of the live, and you know, no, before I continue, Grand Miss, you're a fool for this. What's that old saying? Money talk, BS walks. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. So, all right, good. So, all right, cool. So, what I'm gonna do, real quick, is say you send them. All right, perfect. I am going to let me just pull up one of the articles, and thank you so much, Grand Miss, for sending me the articles. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any articles that you would want me to talk about, I really would appreciate it. You can email me at akiltaylor@yahoo.com, and I will discuss your article and shout you out as well. All right, so I'm gonna pull up this article right here. Shout out to Grandmas again. Really appreciate you. All right, let me pull it up here. All right, now this is very important. This is very important. I'm gonna cut out this banner right here and just leave this. All right. Okay. Thank you, Grandmas, for giving me this article. Really, really appreciate it. All right. This article is about fluoride. Wow. Fluoride once again scrutinized for possible effect on children's brains. Oh, it's very, very sad. As a person who taught third grade, I've seen a lot of LDs, or learning disabilities, and children with IEPs, which is called an individual education plan. And it's very, very sad. Now, it could be because of fluoride, but it's also could be multiple things, multiple factors when it comes to things like autism and stuff like that, or really disabilities when it comes to the brain and stuff like that. So let's get to it. Before I do this, let me put a banner up real quick, guys. All right, let me just do that real quick. All right, hold on. Not that, sorry. Try to get this banner up. Fluoride once again. Let me just do this. Hold on. This is what happens when you live, guys. You got to quickly get things on the move, especially in this segment right here. Let's see how I could write this up. All right, let's see. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. Really appreciate it. All right, here we go. All right, good. I'm not a fast typer, guys. I'm not a fast typer. All right, here we go. Fluoride, once again, scrutinized for a possible effect on children's brains. All right, let's go down. A new report once again raises the question of whether there's a link between fluoride in drinking water and lower IQ levels in children. The research published in JAMA Pediatrics on Monday is a review of 74 other studies exploring how the mineral may affect children's IQ levels. The analysis found a statistically, let me close this out, a statistically significant association between higher fluoride exposure and lower children's IQ scores. It showed that the more fluoride a child is exposed to, the more likely that child's IQ will be lower than if they were not exposed. Kyla Taylor, author of the study and a health scientist at the National Institute of Environmental Health Studies at the National Institutes of Health, wrote in an email. Taylor was not available for an interview. For every small increase of fluoride found in kids' urine, Taylor wrote, there is a decrease of 1.63 IQ points in children. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. The researchers did not suggest that fluoride should be removed from drinking water. According to the study authors, most of the 74 studies that they reviewed were low quality ones. All were done in countries other than the United States, such as China, where researchers analyzed fluoride levels in water and in urine. Fluoride levels in China and other countries tend to be much higher than in the US, and the researchers noted. Fluoride has been added to public water supplies in the US for decades. No studies in the US have flagged any measurable decreases in children's cognitive development since fluoride was introduced. There has been a growing pushback against fluoridated water in a number of communities across the country. Some have already voted to remove fluoride from public water supplies. Wow. Dentists worry the findings will be potentially damaging to public health. What we have seen in areas where fluoride has been removed is that dental decay rates have increased dramatically, said Dr. Erica Caffrey, a pediatric dentist and chair of the American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry's Council on Clinical Affairs. Major public health groups, including the CDC, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and the American Dental Association, supports the use of fluoridated water. An ADA spokesperson, Dr. Scott Tomar, said that if more robust studies prove a link between fluoride and brain development, public health leaders should take a closer look at the mineral's effects. That proof doesn't exist yet, he said. With the evidence that we have so far, that is not at all a clear case at this point, certainly not at the levels of fluoride that we use in community water fluoridation, said Tomar, also a professor at the University of Illinois Chicago College of Dentistry. He pointed to an Australian study published in December that found no link between early childhood exposure to fluoride and negative cognitive neurodevelopment. Researchers at the University of Queensland recruited young kids beginning in 2012 and then followed up a decade later when they were teenagers. That study found a slightly higher IQ in kids who consistently drank fluoridated water. The levels in Queensland are consistent with U.S. recommendations. Despite fluoride proven benefits in preventing tooth decay, some experts say an impossible link in neurotoxicity in kids should be studied further. Yes, it should. It needs to be. At a minimum, we need urgency to have an independent scientific panel come together to review the evidence, said Dr. Bruce Lapierre, a professor of health sciences at Simon Fraser University in Canada. Lapierre wrote an editorial in support of the new research. The U.S. Public Health Services recommended fluoride concentration of 0.7 milligrams per liter of drinking water. NIH's Taylor said there's not enough data to determine whether the level has any impact on children's IQ in the U.S. So I'm going to slow down right here. Guys, do you feel that fluoride in water is causing some of the health problems that we are finding in children? And do you think that it's going to have long-lasting effects? I mean, like I said, I taught third grade. I was a substitute before I taught third grade. And a lot of the schools in New York had severe issues, especially with LDs, learning disabilities, children with autism. I feel that There's a lot more children with autism, and there's many reasons why. Or one of the main reasons that I have learned is that, and this is for everybody to understand, the rate of autism is lower if you have children at a younger age. The older you have children, especially both men and women, but the older you have children, the more likely, or the higher chances of a child coming out with autism. I believe that after age 40, it's like 1 in 63 children. Now, I could be wrong with that number, but I'm trying to just go off the top of my head what I remember from my teaching. I believe is that number, 1 in 63 children could have autism or could be born autistic based off of age with uh, the age of the parents. Okay, so you guys have to really be very careful with that. Before I continue with the article, I'm gonna go and look at some of the comments here. All right. Yes, you know, yes, Grandma, this is very scary. It is. It is. I didn't get a chance to look at some of the other stuff. I will. I will. But as you get more articles, I really would appreciate you sending it to me. And like I said, I can go over it. But I wanted to really take the time with the case that happened, with the lawsuit that happened. I know that took up a lot of time. I thought it would only be 45 minutes and I could spend more time doing this, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. As you guys come in, please, can you like the video? Really appreciate it. I really love you guys, and I appreciate all your help. I have no problem shouting you guys out as you continue to help me grow. I really, really appreciate it. You guys push me over 500. I'm so proud to be somewhat of a trusted person that you guys want to listen to. I really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, this is true. I remember something years ago about quality of tap water versus filtered and whether or not pure tap should be consumed as such. In New York, and this is my opinion, because I've tasted water in other states, I feel that New York has, in my opinion, the best tasting water. Well, New York City has the best tasting water. That's my opinion to it. But I still filter my water. I use the zero water bottle to filter my water. Okay. Continue down. Okay. Uh, Kai says here, and this is true, Black children are now highest group with autism. It was almost unheard of when I was teaching. Yeah, yeah, yes. Oh, yes. When I was teaching, I was shocked. I was shocked. And I said, this right here, this is sad. This is sad. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. And like for me, I'm 39 now. I had a birthday last month, December 14th. Shout out to me and everything. When I was teaching, I realized there was so many things that was just like a ripple effect. You had a lot of older parents who kids were just they just needed a lot of help. And you say, wow, it's you had a lot of single mothers and stuff like that who really couldn't control their kids, and they would just quickly drop their kids off. And I'm like, wow, it was wild. It was wild. It was wild. It was wild. I'm telling you. You know, I feel so bad. Well, I wouldn't say I feel bad. I feel good that I taught because I got the experience and I was able to really help students. But it really is sad to see the things that goes on, especially in our public schools. It really is. Okay. And this is just crazy. Grand Miss says something here. Don't know honestly, water quality would have to be measured everywhere from treatment plants, wells, etc. Yeah, you would definitely have to do that. We definitely have to measure and see exactly what's going on and stuff like that, and so that we would know, how well or how great the water quality is. Because I remember, what was it, Flint, Michigan? where the water quality was so horrible, So yeah, I remember Flint. Right, so you have to really. Oh, so Kai, you taught pre-K 20 years ago. It's amazing. When I was substitute, I subbed as a pre-K teacher, right? And oh God, oh goodness, bless her heart. It was a young girl who was she was autistic, and she, wow, what do they call it? Oh my God, she didn't speak. Okay, and it was sad because, like, her mother was a older woman and didn't see the father. I subbed in that school for about 3 days and stuff. And when the first day I subbed, the paraprofessional, she told me, she was like, "Oh, don't pick her up, because once you pick her up, she's going to be attached to you." And I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, "Oh, what's going to happen?" She started crying. I picked her up. She held on to me tight. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And she wouldn't let go. Everywhere I went, she followed me. When I was trying to teach the lesson, she followed me, and I said to myself, "What's going on?" So the paraprofessional told me that I told you she's very clingy, and because you are a big man, I'm 6'3". She the kids look up to you, and like they're looking at you like you're a giant, so they feel, especially some of them who don't really have their father at home, they look at you as a father figure. And when I left, I subbed there one day, and then the next week, and then it was the 2 weeks, and they told me, they said that she figured out a way. I put my name on the board, Mr. Taylor. She figured out a way to write my name, and I was like, "That's crazy. That's crazy." And I wonder how she's doing, but it's crazy to see the impact, or to know. I wouldn't even say it's crazy. It's good to know that us teachers can have a great, great impact on children, and we just have to continue doing so. Shout out to Kyrie for teaching pre-K. I salute you, because I know that some of them pre-K students, they can be, you know many gangsters. So I am very, very happy that you went through it. Yeah, Grand Miss, it is still going. I think that's still going on. I believe it's still going on in Michigan. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that's still going on, for real. But let me get back to the article, guys. All right. So let's hear. Stephen Levy, a professor of preventive and community dentistry at the University of Iowa, wrote a second editorial that opposed the new report. The evidence base is very weak for there being any concerns at these low levels, he said. The ongoing benefits of community water fluoridation at this time strongly outweighs the flawed analysis that are presented in this paper. A federal judge in California ruled in September that even though he couldn't conclude with certainty that fluoridated water was a danger to public health, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, should strengthen water fluoridation regulations. I believe they should. Dr. Courtney Peterson, a pediatric dentist in private practice in Buffalo, New York, is concerned about the movement against the fluoride. "I think people are going to freak out," she said. "People are going to look at the headlines and say high levels of fluoride will lead to a whole bunch of problems without actually looking into it. Still, the battle over fluoride is likely to strengthen under President-elect Donald Trump's next term. His pick to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., previously said without credible evidence that fluoride is an industrial waste associated with arthritis, bone fractures, bone cancer, IQ loss, and other problems. Kennedy later told NBC News that fluoride is on its way out. A major sticking point in the debate of fluoride is that there's never been a double-blinded, randomized, controlled clinical trial to examine how fluoride might affect children. Researchers at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, however, have begun a study of families with babies under 6 months old who use either fluoridated or non-fluoridated bottled water in their formula and drinking water. The plan is to follow the children for 4 years. This article was originally published on NBCnews.com. Shout out to NBCnews.com. Shout out to Yahoo News. And shout out to Grand Miss for giving me or sending me this article. I really appreciate it. Now, we'll get to some of the comments. Let's see here. Grandma says here, wouldn't want to be out there in Flint or in Arizona deserts where lack of water is a major issue. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't want to be there either. And yes, RFK, he is going to lead the health department. And that's something that's going to be big. When the election was going on, I was supporting RFK Jr. I really was. Some of the things I didn't agree with, some of the things I felt was kind of off. No candidate is going to be 100%. I don't agree with any 100% of any candidate, but I did feel that with him talking about it and allowing us Americans to try to figure something out, have a conversation. That's the most important thing. Just having a conversation, that's the important thing. All right. And I feel now he's allowing that because some things, these corporations, these news feeds or the news corporations, everything, they want to hide. They don't want us to know what's really going on. All right. So could it be true? Yes, it could be that fluoride can cause lower IQ, but I personally feel that at least let it be tested. Don't have it where we just drink it and we don't know. There's a lot of people who can't afford their water filtration systems or even bottled water because sometimes bottled water, like I did a test on Poland spring water, and because I have a zero water filter, right? And they say that it's zero particles and stuff like that, but they've been saying that some of these filters don't filter out everything. Okay, fine. But when I did the test, it said zero. But then when I drank the water and then I poured the same water from a Poland Spring water bottle, okay, I poured it in the cup and I did the test. It said it had about like 40, things, 40 particles. I said, what is this? I said, I thought that bottled water is filtered. I'm like, so are you saying that they're not truly filtering these water, the water at the plant? Like something doesn't add up. Now, maybe they may not go through a grandiose filtration system like we would have at home. All right. But I was very surprised to see that. And the bottled water tastes different than the zero water. So it's something. It's something, you know. Yeah. It's very scary when you really think about it. Okay. Grand Miss Scott says the amount that the packs of water cost, and there are people that go out of stores with 3 dozens at a time. Well, because like I said, a lot of people don't have the filtration system to filter out their water at home. So hey, they buy, and then put on top of that, in the summertime in New York, when you see people selling, you see like teenagers on the side of the road, like sometimes when I used to drive, when I had a van, I would see them on like Ocean Parkway or Eastern Parkway, and they were selling water and stuff. I like to make sure because give them some money so that they can stay out of trouble. When I see grown adults doing it, I'm like, all right, cool. You need to get a job. But kids, teenagers, and stuff hustling and stuff. I don't mind seeing that, and I don't mind helping them out. But when you see adults doing it, like, yo, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Kai, you're right. It's terrible in Flint. Terrible, 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 terrible. And it's still going on. It's wild. It's wild. you know. And you're right, Grand Miss. If you consider the amount of water we're supposed to consume daily, it runs out very quick. Yeah, that's why I'm happy that I bought my filtration system. I feel that the amount of water that I drink at least 6 cups of water a day, sometimes more, especially when I go to the gym. I drink even more water, So you have to, yeah, you have to be ready. You're right. They are still out there in droves for real. And you know what's funny? It could be like 60 degrees. Like, okay, right now it's cold, so they ain't out there, right? But if it becomes like 60 degrees, 65 degrees, they out there and they hustling. They hustling. But I feel that it's taken, little hustle things from teenagers. Allow teenagers to be able to hustle because you have adults doing jobs that teenagers used to do, but it's just crazy. It's just crazy. You know, Raymond's, yeah, I've had access to filter water for the past 3 decades from a young age. Yes, my grandfather, shout out to him. He passed away in 2014 on my mother's side. My grandfather on my mother's side, he used to he set up filtration water. He used to get these big jug of things, filtration from Amway, right? And he had it set it up. Thank you, Grandmas. I appreciate it. He he had it set it up under the sink, and it was like a little side thing at the kitchen sink, and you just flip it up. Thank you, Kai. I really appreciate that. He had it set up, and we used to just get the filter water. Now, the only thing I didn't like it was that it was a little hose, and that would take so long to fill up a cup. Or if you want filtered water, and you have to wait and wait and wait. But as a kid, you don't really realize some of the things that your parents and your grandparents do just to try to make you safe. It's amazing. Then like shortly before he passed away, I think it was probably like maybe 4 or 5 years before he passed away, he got this water filtration system that gives out what's called Kangen water, and I feel that is very, very good. You can make the water more alkaline and stuff, and the levels of alkaline in it is like, let's say, like I think 7.5 is like regular balance, and then you got 8.5 and then 9.5 alkalized water and stuff like that. So it's very good to drink alkalized water, guys. If you guys never had it, you'll see it in the store sometimes. You'll see the bottle and it'll say that's alkalized, and it'll say like 8.5 or something like that. So it's supposed to be, it's more healthier for you, but it is more expensive because the filtration system to make the water alkaline is expensive. It really is. It really is. I believe he spent that. I think it was like close to $2,000 on that system. So, you guys have to really think about that. You know, but thank you. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guy, for your condolences. Thank you, Grand Miss. I really appreciate that. Um, well, wait. Remy says bottled water costs more than $1 while outside. I don't want it. Yeah, listen. The only way I would pay $1 or even $2 for, like, if kids are hustling and stuff, I'm like, all right, I got $2 in my pocket. Here you go, fine. You know. So that's how I would do it. That's how I would do it. Really appreciate this article that you sent me. I I haven't thought about this in a while. I remember, they were talking about it, during the election when Uncle RFK was talking about it, but I really didn't think about it now. But you really really brought up something that made me now think and say, okay, wow, this is very very important. I really really appreciate it. Shout out to Grand Miss. Thank you again. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate all you guys. Please, if you guys, as you come in, please like the video. Everything. Really appreciate it. And if you guys have any articles that you want me to go over, like I said, you can email me at killtaylor.com. If you guys have any topics, anything that you want me to say, if let's say you find content, you find a video that you say, hey, can you do a video on this? I will get right to it. Because I really appreciate you guys. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be on this platform. They say uh YouTube is for the viewers. All right. It's you on here being on tube, which is the television, to make sure that you give quality content, you give people something to watch, entertainment, some sort of entertainment, so that people would want to trust you and want to be a part of your life. And I really appreciate you guys. I really love you guys. I really, really do. I really, really do. Okay. So I will. I appreciate your grandmas. Yes, if it doesn't, just help me out, and we'll try to get everything going. So, guys, it is 10 o'clock. I wanted to start at 8 o'clock so I can give a whole hour to this, but it is what it is. I'll do my best to start earlier tomorrow. Oh no, actually no, guys, I won't be doing a live tomorrow because my aunt, she's going in the hospital tomorrow, and she's going to have serious surgery. She's going to have open heart surgery. So I I'm not going to be doing any live tomorrow. I may try to do a live Wednesday, God's willing, but um, I want to make sure that she knows that we're there for her and stuff, and want to go and visit her, and just to make sure that everything that she is okay. It's just that she was born with a heart defect, and she had surgery 10 years ago, and they said that she needs to do it now. So I just want to be there. Family is important to me, very, very important to me. You guys are important to me, and I want to make it that we build this type of YouTube family, so that you guys know that I care about you and I love you. And I really accept that. Thank you guys for praying. I really appreciate it. And I know she appreciates it. I will tell her that you guys are praying for her, and we're gonna really, really fight through it and do our best. I take care. You guys know I take care of my 94-year-old aunt, and she has Alzheimer's and dementia, high blood pressure, diabetes, and stuff like that. And we try our best to take care of our seniors. My grandmother, she's 87, and we take care of her as well. So we just try our best to do what we have to do. Please take care of your family members, especially children and our seniors. My aunt used to always have a saying, once a man, twice a child. And, you know, these moments like this makes me think about that. And, we we are born children, and we grow up into being an adult, man and women. And then as we get older, we may need help, or we will need help, and just like a child. So it made me really think about that. And I just hope that everything goes well. She's going there early in the morning, and my mom is going with her and stuff. So shout out to my mom. She does a lot. Hopefully she retires this year. But if she's listening, hopefully she retires. She's been at it for too long, 26 years. She's been at it working for New York City. So, we'll see what happens. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. I really love you guys. And it's not easy. We have family members who might go through something. You guys might go through something. Yes, oh Carrie, yes, blessing to my mom. Oh yes, my mom is a feisty Jamaican woman who knows how to cook wonderful food. My grandmother as well know how to cook wonderful food. She my mom made some like fried meatballs. It's like she made it big, big, gigantic meatballs where you fry it and then they stew it down and some gravy and stuff with rice and peas and macaroni and cheese and green beans. Had some good eating. Yes, I didn't eat anything because my son was supposed to bring it home, but she made a whole heap of meatballs, and he brought some here so I can I can make it later. He said, Grandma said, now I'm hungry. And he said, well, hold the gravy. You don't like gravy on your food? Oh my goodness. I have to have some form of gravy. I don't like dry food. Yes, Kai, yes. Yum indeed. Yum indeed. It is so, so good. If you guys ever come to New York, and we all meet up, I'm telling you, I'll ask my mom to make up some nice and we'll have a nice dinner together. They would love to meet you guys. I would no, I think you may think that it's not the gravy with like made with flour. Okay, see, you know what? When I say gravy, maybe I would say sauce. Okay, because gravy, some people put flour in their gravy. I never, but I think I call almost everything gravy. You know, the sauce from that you stew down and stuff with the meat and stuff. Not the gravy that they make flour from flour. No, not that. Yeah, yes, a sauce. Yes, yes. You're right. You're right. So gravy has health issues. I don't do that, but it's the sauce of that's created when you stewing down things like stewed chicken. Oh God, stewed chicken. Oh my God, brown stewed chicken, curry chicken, and stuff like that. You know, it's oh my God, my mom's a great cook. My aunt, she before she got her health issues, she was an unbelievable cook. She used to bake cakes. I don't know if you guys had what's called black cake with rum. Oh goodness gracious, so good, so good. She used to bake her butt off. Oh, I used to go and try to sneak a piece, and she'd be like, "Boy, get out the kitchen." I'm like, "Oh, come on, come on. Let me just get a piece." Oh gosh. Oh, shout out to her. Shout out to her. I have stories. Yeah, that's right. Oh yes. That generation of cooks don't exist anymore. You're right. You're right. You are so, so right for real. And you're right, Grand Miss. You're right. As we age, there's only so much food that we can tolerate. Wise, you're right. You're right. I have stories. You know what? While we're doing this, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Oh my gosh, I love my aunt, but what she did to me and my friends, I will never forget this. Never forget this. So I'm gonna tell you this. This is a funny story, guys. So one winter, probably I had to probably been like 17, 18, something like that. So it snowed big time. Big time it snowed. It was like almost like a blizzard. So my aunt calls and said that, oh, you know, can you come over and everything? Can you and your friends come over to shovel up my snow and create a path and everything? And I'm gonna make you guys biscuits and hot chocolate. I said, oh snap, biscuits and hot chocolate. I said, oh yes. Oh snap! Shout out to Skit Lanta. Good evening. Good evening. How are you doing? How are you doing? Listen, I'm coming on you. I'm coming on your live on Wednesday. I will be there. I will be there. All right. So she said, yeah, she's gonna make some biscuits and give us some hot chocolate. I said, all right, cool. I am going to gather up my friends. I call my friends and be like, hey, my aunt's gonna make some biscuits and everything. She's gonna make some hot chocolate. We're gonna be there. Mind you now, it was it was a lot of snow, probably like 15 inches of snow. We're walking there. Okay. We didn't drive. We walk there. As we're walking there, we're helping. We got our shovels. We're helping people, dig out their cars and stuff like that. You know, oh wow, oh you did do a pop up live tonight. I wish you should have emailed me or should have hit me up. I would have came. But I understand. But I will be on for Wednesday. I'll be on for Wednesday. You know, so we walking and everything, boom. It takes us about 2 hours to get there. And my aunt only lived about a mile away, but of course, all the snow, it took us about an hour to get there. So when we get there and everything, we ring the bell and everything. She's like, oh, okay, look, when you finish with the snow and everything, I'm gonna have the biscuits ready for you, and we're gonna have the hot chocolate ready for you. I said, oh my God. I was like, yes, This is what I'm talking about. Boom. We worked hard. There was a lot of snow, probably for about like 30 minutes to about maybe close to an hour. We shovel up the steps. We made sure to clear a path and everything. Because if you guys know anything about Brooklyn and brownstones in Brooklyn, okay, you got large steps, like 12, 13 large steps outside. Then you got to shovel out, from the downstairs or what they call the garden apartment. You have to shovel a path and everything. Then shovel the sidewalk because you got to make sure sidewalk is clear. So, so we do all that. I say, okay, boom, we're ready. She comes out, she looks like, oh, y'all did a great job. Come inside, made the hot chocolate, it's warming on the stove, and the biscuits are ready. We like, hell yeah, we thinking, man, we're gonna put butter on the biscuits, everything. When we get inside, she gives us cups of hot chocolate. We sitting at the dining room table and everything. We joking. Me and my friends, we laughing. We like, yeah, we gonna get it. We gonna get it. She goes in the kitchen to get the biscuits. She comes out with a pack of water crackers. I said, Auntie, what's this? She said, oh, these are biscuits. I said, you got to be flipping kidding me. I said, no. I said, those are not biscuits. Those are crackers. She said, yes, these are biscuits. I said, what in the world? I said, you mean to tell me that we came out, traveled 2 hours in the cold, shoveled up so many people's snow, come here, work hard, shovel up your snow, you give us the hot chocolate, but these are the biscuits? I'm like, nah. You got to be kidding me. We were so pissed off. If you guys don't know what water crackers is, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up so you know what water crackers is. It's crazy. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I'm going to pull it up for you so you know what it is. Let's see if I can find. Okay, let me see if I can get a nice big picture of it. All right. These are water crackers. This one right here. This was the bag that she came out with. This was the bag. I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, we don't want that. These hard crackers. I'm like, well, I don't want that. Man, we were just so pissed off. But I love my aunt, and hey, we take care of her now. She lives at my grandmother's house, but grandmas, you know about these? You know about these right here? Like, come on. I call these old people crackers. Old, I'm like, come on now. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. Yeah, she should have just gave a rice cake. If she would have gave that, I would have been like, all right, cool. But not these dang on, Excelsior water crackers here. I'm like, man, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Skitlanda, you say you in Maryland. If you live out there, I was actually going to become a cop in Baltimore. I went there and I took the test, and I passed the exam, and I went through the endurance test, and I passed that. I barely passed at the time. I barely passed the push-up part because the dang on guy, you had to go all the way down and almost touch his hand. If you touched his hand, he wouldn't count it. So I almost failed that, but it's cool though. It's cool though. So where is Duval? Where's that? Is that close to? Excuse me. Is that close to Baltimore? Yeah. He said at least a rice cake is partially filling. Water crackers not only leave you wanting more, it'll leave you wanting less. Yes, yes. Okay, all right. Oh, Jacksonville. Oh, okay, okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. Oh, so Florida. So you live in Florida. You were in Maryland, but you stay in Florida. Okay, all right, cool, perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, I wish I was in Florida right now with this cold weather. New York is. I mean, I love New York. Don't get me wrong. I love the fact. I love the fact. Oh gosh, home of the Jag. Listen, I'll give you. I'll give you that. And the only reason why I give you that is because one of my favorite Giant coaches, Tom Coughlin, was the coach of the Jaguars before he came over here in New York and gave us 2 Super Bowls. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for for creating or help creating one of the greatest Giant coaches in my lifetime that I know of. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Oh, yes, yes. You love Tom Coughlin too, right? Oh, yes. How that quarterback that you guys have, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I wish I like to see teams win. I wish that the Giants were to win, but I feel that if they're going to lose, at least keep losing so they can get a good pick. But that's just me. That's just me. But definitely, I'm definitely gonna come on. Uh, do you use StreamYards to when you're doing your lives? Do you use StreamYards or do you use another program or platform? And shout out, guys, shout out to everyone who's joining. Really appreciate it. Can you please like the video? Please make some comments. And if you guys have any topics to that you want to share, you can definitely share with me. You can share my email, killtail at yahoo.com, and we just go from there. Gonna Okay, all right, cool, cool, perfect, perfect, perfect. So, if anything, yeah, like I said, I'll definitely. Uh, I understand that. I understand. I understand, especially when you're away. I definitely understand. It's not easy to you just use what you can, which is very very important. Shout out to Skillanta, guys. If you guys are not subscribed to her channel, please check it out. She is doing very very well. She is making. Listen, I'm gonna listen. I have to give. I always say give people their flowers when they're alive. She put me on to Courtney Wayne, Country Wayne, sorry. And I tell you, when I first saw it, I said to myself, dang, I used to watch this a while back. I couldn't remember, but I was like, wait a minute. I said, this is who it is. I was like, it's amazing. And I said to her when I first saw her first video, first reaction, I said, you are on to something. And I was one of her early subscribers. One of her early subscribers. And I told her, I said, you are onto something and keep pushing, keep doing it. Because it was amazing how she do it. The way that she gives you her breakdown of it, the way she talks, it's amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, that's why you have been seeing the 50 million soap opera. Yes, yes. And you know what? I'm telling you, I love it. Listen, I love to do reactions of all types of stuff, and it's amazing. I really, really appreciate it. And like I said, I have to give you your flowers because you you just gave me like different ideas. I'm not just talking about the news, and sometimes the news can be depressing. I wanted to bring a lighthearted, funny, entertaining thing, and I said, amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Really, really appreciate it. She's very, very good. And, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing. So, guys, thank you guys so, so much. Yeah, I tell you, I love you guys. I really, really do. If nobody tell you that they love you and they care about you, I'm gonna tell you, I love you and I care about you because it's amazing, amazing, amazing to see the type of family we are building here on this platform. I hope to one day be able to meet you guys so that we can have great conversations, drink and stuff like that. Not like, I'm not gonna be like Mr. Dixon here buying everybody drinks, because I don't got it like that. Okay, I don't work for Fox and everything, and have a Fox credit card where I could just, trick off like that. I don't got it like that. But I hope that I'll be able to meet you guys and we'll be able to really, really come together and make moves and laugh and everything. It's a game that I used to love playing when I was a kid, for Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. And it was one of the bosses that was on skates named Fat Man. And when he would go around, he'll have this little glass and drinking and everything, and he would always have a saying, laugh and grow fat. And I used to be like, this is funny. Me and my friends used to crack up laughing when he used to say that. But we say it now, we always say, look at this. Look at this. First of all, Atlanta real quick, I want to say, I use the skits as a way to look at the male versus the female perspective, then learn from each other. Facts. Facts. But Brand Miss, you trying to put me out there? It said drinks and dinner all on a kill. You know what? Yes, you know what, Skilana? Those are drinks I'm gonna buy. And we're gonna get soda, okay? No mimosas, no alcohol. It's gonna be soda and maybe some cake. All right. If you guys can eat ice cream cake, I go to Baskin Robbins, I get an ice cream cake, and we'll eat the ice cream cake. Okay. That's what we'll do. All right. Or some sandwiches or something like that. Like, come on. You try to put me up. But hey, look, you know what? As I keep growing, and with your guys' help, my brothers and sisters, with your help, if I get over 1,000 and get monetized and everything and start really, making some of these YouTube shillings, who knows, I might be able to get a venue or something, and bring so many of y'all here in New York, so that we can be able to have fun and I can be able to really show my appreciation. Because a close family friend said this to me. He said to me years ago, and I'll never forget it. He said, appreciation is a verb, not a noun. And I said, wow, he's right. He's right. And what I do is, for me, through my actions, through me creating content, through me showing you guys what I'm doing, from me praising you guys and everything, I'm showing my appreciation, because I really, really love you and I really, really care about you. Thank you so much. You know, oh yes. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Skitlanta. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, that I can't wait. I can't wait for your channel to blow up, and it's going gangbusters. Okay, I can't wait for my channel to blow up. And here's the thing, I don't mind the slow growth. I don't mind it at all, because throughout this time, I'm meeting so many great people, and this adventure that we have on YouTube is amazing. And I'm meeting great people, great people. I love you guys. I really, really love you guys. Okay. Notice how much he mentions Red Lobster and any other place where he would take people to. That's true. I love Red Lobster. I love Red Lobster. When oh gosh, when I had my van, I would take my grandmother, my mom, my aunts, okay, my sisters, my cousins, my nieces. We will all go to Red Lobster and we would eat it up. We would eat up. Now Red Lobster is getting a little bit too expensive, but hey, if I get big on this, Red Lobster, I want, and if you guys don't eat seafood, let me know. Okay, guys, some people may have allergic reactions and stuff like that, but they have other things, everything. I want to one day be able to just rent out the whole Red Lobster full of my subscribers and everything, friends, family who are here coming to New York, or maybe somewhere else. Maybe go to Cali, maybe go to Florida. So I would love to see Jacksonville, Florida. And we come and we we just do what we gotta do. Or like Grandma said, that's fine, no Red Lobster. We'll settle for those meatballs. Listen, if I have to have my mom make some meatballs, then you know that she has to be compensated for it, because y'all may love it so much, or I might ask my mom to make some of her delicious oxtail. So you guys tell me, if you guys come, let me know. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Red Lobster fell off. Red Lobster fell off. But if you guys ever come, if we ever get big, and I'm going to say we, because we're all growing together. We ever get big, and you guys come and meet me in New York, I would ask my mom to make some good oxtail for you guys, and we'll be able to have some quality Jamaican food. Quality Jamaican food. Rice and peas. So, we can have oxtail and other things that you guys want to talk about. We got some mac and cheese, the way that my mom makes mac and cheese, either over the stove top and everything, or you can make baked macaroni and cheese. So yeah, Jamaican food it is. Forget about Red Lobster. Let's go. Let's grow together, my brothers and sisters, and let's make it, and we'll be able to have some good Jamaican food. Who knows what 2025 has in store for us? As I said before, 2025 is the year to thrive. So yes, I agree. Yes, you're right. Let's forget about Red Lobster. Let's talk about that Jamaican food and get some quality Jamaican food. And there's some great Jamaican restaurants out here, but the way that they serve their food and everything, they ain't gonna give you enough. So I want us to be able to definitely do that and make moves. Yes. For real. Okay. All right. I might try to do that. I might try to do a Discord channel for community. I might try to definitely do that, and we'll see what happens. I'll focus on the YouTube, and then as I continue to grow, I'll get going on the Discord as well. I never tried Discord. Never tried it. So shrimp mac and cheese. Yes. Oh yes. Skilanta. Yeah. Can you make? Do you know how to make seafood mac and cheese? Like, what do you put in your seafood mac and cheese? Do you shrimp? Do you use lobster? Do you use scallops? Yeah, scallop. Oh gosh, I was put on to scallops last year, or was it 2022? I think it was last year. Last year. And I did not know that scallops taste like, no, it wasn't last year, it was 2 years ago. Yes. I didn't know that scallops taste like crab. It's like I was like, what? I did not know that. I was shocked. I was shocked. I was like, oh my goodness, yes. Oh yeah. Shrimp, lobster, and crab. Wait, so you put all of that in your seafood lobster? If you put all of that, listen, I need to hop on a plane and go to Jacksonville. I'm like, listen, please pick me up from the airport and let's get going. Let's get going. Yeah, Grandma said that. Yeah, not really, just can't enjoy things anymore, and that's true. As we get older, there's a lot of food that we can't really enjoy that we want. So it's understandable. It's understandable. I don't. It's a lot of food that I don't eat anymore. Lots of food I don't eat anymore. So I just really. So scallops are like mushrooms. They take on the flavor of what you're cooking. Really, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I did not know that at all. Didn't know that at all. Wow. Okay. Yeah, yep. The Florida spicy bowls. Oh, yes. And the mac and cheese. Yes. Whew. And I love it when people season their mac and cheese. Not plain. I've had some plain mac and cheese before. Okay. I love seasoned mac and cheese. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness, guys. thank you so much for joining. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, you guys, my brothers and sisters, let me tell you, last year when I first started this channel, I didn't know what was going to happen. I was green, really didn't know what I was doing. And as I continued to grow, I continued to get a little bit of guidance and everything. And shout out to everyone who helped me, all the YouTubers who gave me some tips and everything. Really appreciate them and allowed me to really find my voice and allowed me to be the type of person that I am now. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't know where I would be. You know, you guys make me so happy, give me the strength and the confidence to continue to make videos every single day, continue to be in front of you every single day, and to show you how much I love you, how much I care about you, and how much I appreciate you. I really thank you for this. Really do. With all my heart. Thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. I'm about to call it quits, guys, because my daughter just called and she will want me to wish her a very good night. She is in Chicago, and I love talking to her, especially at night, reading her book, reading her story, and everything before she goes to bed. So I don't want her to get upset because she is very bossy, and she would tell me about myself. She's a Sag just like me, and us Sages are bossy, and we don't hold our tongue. Okay, she's 5 going on 35 with her little self, but you got to do what you got to do for your kids and everything. So shout out to them and shout out to you guys. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Skit Atlanta, good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Chi-Town indeed. Chi-Town indeed. Thank you, Kyrie. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And really appreciate it. Thank you. Grand Miss, yes, thanks for the stream. Thank you. Yes, yes. Skit Atlanta, thank you. You're welcome. Good night. Yes, Chi-Town indeed. Chirac. I definitely will. I definitely will. She's amazing. She's amazing, and she always says she's like, "Oh, Daddy, I watch you on YouTube." I was like, "Oh," I was like, you sometimes be so crusty, Daddy." I'm like, "Oh my God." Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. Well, I'm like, yes, thank you so much, Grand Miss. Yes, thank you so much. I'm gonna tell my aunt that you guys have her in your prayers. She's gonna be very happy to hear about it. Okay, hopefully my mom is watching. Even hopefully she's watching. That she knows that people outside of family are really praying for her. Yeah, she's the boss. She's the boss, and I spoil her. Her grandma said, "You need to stop spoiling her." I'm like, "Listen, I ain't gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop." But guys, I'm gonna call her. Then I'm gonna get some sleep because it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. They're gonna be leaving at 7 a.m. and I want to make sure that I'm there. Yeah, Carrie, she she is bossy, but you gotta love the children and you gotta do what you gotta do for them. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. I really love each and every one of you. Please, if you guys aren't subscribed to this channel, I greatly appreciate if you do subscribe. As a new YouTuber, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to reach over 1,000 subscribers and get 4,000 watch hours so I can become monetized. But I can only do it with your help. So please, my brothers and sisters, I really appreciate you and I need your help to get that goal. I'm halfway there. I want to be full way there. I really appreciate you, and I know that you will be able to help me. Thank you so much. Guys, Kyrie, Grand, Skit Lanta, have a wonderful night. I love each and every one of you. Peace.